Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today, we're gonna talk about one very special shoe that I have in my collection. It's a sample, but some of you are very familiar with this shoe, and this is the Answer 11 Special Edition Zune. As you can see, the branding of Microsoft Zune. For those younger ones that don't know what the Zune is, this was the Microsoft's answer to the iPod digital music player. This shoe was produced only in 300 pairs. They came out with a special Zune and it was coming in a special bag. I have the bag, unfortunately not the Zune. But we're gonna talk about this shoe. We're gonna get closer and see what is unique about the Answer 11. One of the most unique, I would say, signatures for Allen Iverson towards the end of his career. But let's get closer, discuss it, and see what's up with the shoe. All right, now that we're up close and personal, let's look at the shoe. Again, unfortunately, I don't have the box since this is a sample. But we have the beautiful bag, and let's pull the shoes out and talk about them. As you can see, very, very thick and plush, kind of a, not satin, but more of a, what do they make these tracksuits out of? God, I forgot the name. It will come up to me in a second. Anyway, so let me pull the shoes out real quick and show you the bag. Again, very thick, huge bag. You can fit the whole shoe inside, and obviously on the side this was the pocket where the Microsoft Zune special edition was going. The branding is Zune plus Answer 11, all stitched in, and like I mentioned, they came in very limited edition. Only 300 pairs were released to feature this bag with the Microsoft Zune and the shoe. So let's put the shoe in the spotlight and talk about it. Answer 11. A lot of detail on that shoe, a lot of things to talk about. Now, first thing to mention right away, these shoes came out in a way where the Reebok, and not only the Reebok, but the shoe industry was shifting in those years, in the 2000s, more of a synthetic materials. Definitely not my favorite time, but again, it's still a lot going on for it. We have synthetic upper, combination of synthetic upper all around, you know, rubber hands. We have some stitching, obviously here with the Zune and number 3. And one interesting thing is when you take this hook and loop strap, in the bottom you will see that those two lace loops saying 1-1. This is the 11, obviously the standing for the Answer 11. And this whole strap on this side is again synthetic leather. Let me see if the camera will focus. Yeah, this is absolutely synthetic leather, but very interesting print on it, kind of like an ostrich, I would say, something like that. Interesting, another hint is this TPU plate runs all the way from about 4 foot all the way to the heel. The system in this is unfortunately is DMX Foam. It's not even a real DMX, but the foam is very soft and very responsive. On the back, as you can see here, we have another 11 for Answer 11, and we have RBK. This is how Reebok were branding at that time, and we have the Allen Iverson signature right here, and I could actually put your finger behind it. On the inner side of the shoe, or the medial side, you will see all around this Zune print. This was the logo for Microsoft Zune, and you can see here the branding right on the forefoot. It says DMX Foam, which again is just a fancy word for foam. There's nothing to do with the real old school DMX. We have a lot of branding here. It says Immortal, so it goes around the shoe in many places, including right here on the heel. We have Immortal. When you undo the hook and loop strap, you'll see Immortal all around this print. Very nice rope laces, and the whole shoe inside is constructed in a way that it's kind of an inner booty. As you can see, similar to a lot of other models to come from Nike and Reebok on different times. So very, very nice. And we have the Zune branding again on the tongue, or sort of the tongue, because it's not really a tongue. And as you can see, this is the inner booty. We have a good padding here, good padding on the actual inner booty, which is attached all the way to the bottom. Very hard to get inside this shoe, but once you put them on, they really hug your foot. Interesting insole with the Allen Iverson logo, and the perforations right here under your arch, which are kind of pronounced. I've never seen that before, and interesting pods on the forefoot and on the heel. I'm not sure what kind of a foam they use here and how it's different than anything else. We have arch support as well, and this kind of print goes around a whole insole. Very, very interesting and nice insole in my opinion, especially with that perforation. Provides some extra ventilation. And if we look inside, we can actually see the, let me see if I can pull it out, the label, which is the sample label, black, Kali blue, and radiant. This is the code of the colorway, Answer 11. Some more information, as always, size 9 is all the samples we have, and no date on it. So this some of the samples came out like this with the label in the bottom. And if I kind of peek with the camera inside, you'll see how the booty runs all the way in very well. Even the stitching are protected with the layer of fabric on top, so it won't hurt your foot. Very comfortable shoe, you know, from what I've heard from people playing with that back in the day. They said it was comfortable. Cushioning is not going to be the best because it's only the foam, but it is what it is. And this is the label on the side here, size 9. Again, very, very nice sample, very unique and kind of rare shoe. And you will notice one thing, you know, we have, this is the left shoe. We have stitching on the toe lip. We have stitching here, but then we have more stitching here on the medial side, but no stitching on this one. So I guess they were kind of experimenting with different versions. I think the original retail version came out with the stitching here, reinforced in a way, and this one does not have it. But again, look at the outsole, very, very grippy, very soft. I'm sure these were very nice on the court. And again, RBK branding and some Zune branding as well. Have a little speckle in the actual laces. Very nice, and the tips, they look metal, but in fact they're just plastic. Let me see if the camera can focus on that somehow. But again, it says Immortal on the lace tip. Overall, I think this is one of the more unique Allen Iverson shoes from the time, and definitely deserves some props, because it was one of the latest to actually come. And one thing to mention right here in the forefoot, you can see we have another RBK and 11 standing for, again, the Answer 11. So a lot of small branding by Reebok, a lot of branding and hidden branding with numbers. This is rubber on the side, this is rubber as well, and rubber on this side. Very, very good looking shoe. You know, the more I look at this shoe, the more I appreciate it, and the more I feel like it was something special. Really like those straps. So they always support your foot very well and keep it contained. And underneath you'll see that there's the number 3 here, and then the 11 for the Answer 11. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much again for staying with me. Oh, look at that. That is excellent stitching on the ton here. See how detailed and thick it is? Man, this is amazing. This Allen Iverson logo, great stitching. I just noticed that. Very nice. Again, thank you very much for all your support. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.